How's it going, guys? Today, we're going to be smoking some Bengal slices. Big old thick flakes crumble up very, very nicely. I think Mike from Briar Blues would approve. I'm smoking it in this beautiful Grecian Carrie's Magic Inch. I guess a 320 shape Arthur. Oh wow. Tamper I'll be using. I have two of these. Story behind them, there was this filing cabinet in the Louisiana Hayride. If anybody knows about Elvis, where he got his start at, there in Shreveport, Louisiana, this like courthouse thing. But we was redoing the masonry on the outside, and went into the inside and had some old filing cabinets that they was moving out of the way because some of the windows had to come out for us to get the masonry fixed behind it, and then they was going to reinstall it. Well, these are the file cabinets, things the files hooked to, and I took one. And it's heavy brass end with like a copper thing, sharpen the edge to a point. It's really weighty. I've got another one with a skull head on the end of it. Little tamper story. Now this is my second bowl of this back to back. I understand why it's so well liked. I was smoking the first bowl, and I kept having problems. The draft wasn't working right, and I was like, "What in the world is going on?" So, if anyone has never seen how these are, they have a little vents in there, as you can see, and then they got a little papyrus filter that goes on it. Just slips right over this. That slips right off, and it cools the smoke. But also in the end of it, it's kind of open. Well, somehow, I guess Titus or Marcius, somebody messed with my pipe and got a little piece of tobacco up in the chamber. I popped that thing out. It took me a while to get the way that the Magic Inch is. It's kind of different on the inside. Um, Look it up and do some research on it, and I think you'll be amazed at how his thought processes on how to cool down the smoke. I pop that little nug of carbon out of there. Man, one of the best Sublime smokes that led to this repack, and I figured I'd let everybody know. For anybody that's wondering about my hand, it's healing up nicely. Can't really move my thumb good yet, but it's still real sore. But thank you, Jesus, it wasn't worse. It was a idiot move on my part. I thought I could be fast and go up there and flick that. What it is we've got a chimney that sits right outside the front door, and whenever I'm sitting out there, y'all seen the videos of me having it stoked up. Well, I call it my pizza oven because all the old pizza boxes I normally put in there and then do me a little fire. It doesn't last a long time here since it's been getting warmer. The mosquitoes are of course out, and you don't want to spend a bunch of time right at dusk, so I'll light it up. It'll be a quick fire. It'll be set the mood or whatever, maybe have a beer, and then get your ass in the house before you get tore up. I don't know the components, but it has a lot of key in it. It's not real forward. I kind of get a Turkish taste out of it too. I'm not sure if it even has Turkish in it, but maybe how the blend is. It's kind of giving that profile. It's best sipped lightly. And always with the retro hell there's a tingle, so I'm thinking this Virginia based, or has some Virginias in there. Probably a red Virginia. I enjoyed some of that set up in the same form factor as them Bengal slices with them thick plugs. Alright, rare. Kind of gives you that tanginess, as our friend Slow Mo Randy says. It reminds him of salt and vinegar chips, the red Virginias, but I think they're in here too. You know, Mike from Briar Blues, I believe he likes the Bengals. I'm not sure about the slices or maybe the rounds, but it's just frustrating watching him with all them beautiful Costello pipes. That's gotta be hard, Mike. You get them beautiful pipes, I'd be like, yeah, that's going in my rack. I'm not eating this much. A lot of times, I'll puff like that, let air into your mouth, cool the smoke off, and then do a retrohale. If you just do it with your mouth closed, it's heat and it's really tingly coming out, but kind of same principle as cooling down your bowl of soup or something hot, get in your mouth, Get some air in there. Try to get you some good old cold tea. And Randy had sent me this, Slow Mo Randy, and I tried a bowl of it, but it's funny how your your situations and to me, there's so many variables and factors that play into you getting to enjoy a blend. I think the pipe, the conditions, temperature wise, and definitely the mood wise, has a lot of interplay in with it. And I'm sitting here watching Mr. Bourdain. We're in Cambodia. It's got the it's a 3-disc set. Each disc has like 4 to 6 places on it. Really enjoy his delivery, the type of person that he seemed to be. Uh, Talking about um, a man that had mental issues and ended up killing himself. And I'm dealing with that once again. Um, it, it's my brother's ex-wife who everybody chose her over him. told him he was stupid for for losing her. Um, it's her sister's oldest boy, and he just took his life. Um, it was it was a strange. Of course, anytime someone takes your life, you look at it and try to contemplate what they're thinking and how do you lose all your ability to be like, hey, I can get through this, or hey, there's always tomorrow. But to take a gun and put it up against your head and pull the trigger. He left behind kids. His wife was abusive to him. A lot of people don't talk about that, but it is a real thing. You always hear a woman can make or break a man, and there's truth to that. He would come to work, black eyes, all scratched up, and just be, well, that it doesn't make them any more forgettable or any more less missed. I really miss Anthony Bourdain. He was and still is a big role model and factor on. You don't have to get everything right all the time, and if you've had enough, you've had enough, and I can understand that too. You know, uh, I don't I don't understand what it is to say I quit, but I understand having enough. The losses of my children uh, it seems to be, a black place that's just a void, and um, there is no way that you think that you can survive it, but you can if you hold on. And prayer, mental help. If you're having problems, reach out to somebody. You know, if you're not a religious person, that's cool with me. I ain't about religion at all. You know, if somebody, you've got a bunch of different, just say stores, and they sell their wares, and if you fit into their clique, then that's good and it's beneficial, you know. But I love God, and I think that He He's inside you, and He's that good voice that lets you know, I'm there. You know, no matter how dark it gets, you read the Bible, which to some is now just a book, you know, and you can look at it. It's been copied and twisted so many times, but I always pray before I read it. You know, I'm not required to be responsible for anybody that's added or removed something for it. I'm just accountable for the knowledge that I read and the things that make me a better person, and just learning about struggles in life and how to get through them. You know, if you want to look at it in that format, there's so many people that went through. Like right now, I'm watching that Cambodia with the Khmer Rouge, and that's tough times. That's it. You ain't seen it. You know, people that's been to war have seen it, but that's horror, unimaginable. Good reflective smoke, um, an excellent blend. It's kind of cool in here. I closed the door. Marsha's in there reading, and she just took her medicine, so she'll probably be asleep by the time I finish this. Plus, it's got Latakia in it. She don't beat me up. She's one of them ones that's made me a better person, you know. But she don't really. She'll growl. The only time that she really gets after me with the broom is whenever I fire up the gas light. You know, I'm a bad man. I try from time to time. Sometimes it seems like whenever it's raining, especially if it's got a good steady rain and everything cools off, and it just screams some gaslight to me. That creosote smell and reminds me of docks and uh, fishing with my dad. I will say, I enjoy how this crumble cake is also because you can, let me see in the bag, these little nuggets, they can rub out really easy. And you can separate it. But it's cool to leave like a few in there, and if it's dried correctly, they impart like burst of flavors, you know, a concentrated flavors of goodness. That's straight goodness. Um, Tip for these: some people put tape around them, but I find whenever I'm wanting to like torque on it, kind of like them little flutes that you learn to play in band whenever you're starting band. Just kind of hold over both of the inlets, and you can get a straight vacuum. Like put your hand over there and get your coal going good. To me, it reminds me, you ever been to an old malt shop or something and got them big old straws? And sometimes they'd get a split in them because you'd be sucking on it whenever it's too cold and then it ain't loose enough, and you kind of crack it. And every time you suck, it imparts a little bit of air into it. If you know what I'm talking about, you do. If you ain't that old, well, oh well. Go find you a big straw and put your little crack in it, and you can see. A reason I bought that in. It's a different experience. It's a different style of smoking, kind of reminiscent to a weed pipe with the carburetor. For anybody that don't know about that, you'll have a little hole in the side of your bowl or something whenever you're firing up bud, and it'll allow you to get it burning and then release that, and then it gives you the full torque of whatever you happen to have in your bowl. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to get back to my Anthony Bourdain in Cambodia on this beautiful Monday. Peace out from Texas.